Hello, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? How was your day? Oh, great. Okay. How was today? Continue to encourage others to join on the group. But while we are waiting for them, let me know how are you doing? How was your day? Okay, I'm seeing thumbs up. That's positive. Great. Please, if you have like partners in your state and they are not here, today's session is very important. Please, please, and please reach out to them. Daniel, well done. Please, can you reach out to Fadi Kemi? Let her know that we have started. Blessing, your partner is not here. Benedict, kindly reach out to him. Ogenetega, please let me know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Please, can you reach out to your other partners from Benue State? Please. Okay.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. How are you? Please reach out to Precious and the other person.
Yes, ma'am. Their phones are off, so they are like here with me.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. So we are expecting more people, but why? See why we do that? Let me know. I know that some people have approvals already. So please, if you do, kindly indicate how many school approval you already have. Indicate in the comment section how many schools, and if you have started taking out letters, how many letters have you been able to submit? You can unmute yourself and respond. You can unmute yourself. If you do not want to type, you can unmute yourself. Nobody has updates for me. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. We can hear you.
Yes,
Okay.
good evening, my
No update. Good evening. So what's currently going on in your group, in your state? Are you still trying to mobilize volunteers? Are you getting familiar with them? Please let us know between now, yesterday, and today, any progress. Okay, if you can hear me, but you don't want to answer me. Okay, let me go ahead with today's class then. Hopefully, by the time we are done, people will be in the mood to talk to me. Um, so once again, well done. Okay, okay. Miss Esther said she has given to 15 schools. You mentioned that some schools have approved. How many are they? Well done. 15 schools. That's impressive. Well done. So today we are going to be talking about the major teaching, 8 approved. Wow, that's a lot. Well done. Let's appreciate her. Be motivated. That's impressive. Kaduna people, they are carrying first in this place. 8 approval. Great. Well done. That's impressive. So I actually want us to have a discussion. I want us to decide on something together. And I would really like you guys to respond. So we are currently contemplating something. I was speaking with Stella, as Stella from Kwara State this afternoon, and we were looking at. I'm going to send you those pictures on the group now. So please, you can just check. I need to send you the things she sent to me. I want us to decide together which one we should go for. We are still pricing it, but I feel like I love the idea. I've sent it to the group. So these are frames. So we are looking at, so we have 2 options. Option 1 is to give the student a form of leaflet that also explains what we have taught them, and a worksheet, and a form of affirmation notes. The second option is to do a frame like this that has the affirmation and put it in their school. So we are looking at, personally, I feel like this is going to last long, but I want to hear from you. Should we go ahead with all our paper printings, or should we do something that will be in the school? But also note that if we go for these frames, it means the only thing we'll be printing are the little affirmation notes we are going to give to them. So please, you can unmute yourself. Let's decide. Let's talk.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Evening.
I think the frame.
Good evening.
I think the frame is a good idea.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma. Since it will be kept in the school,
Okay.
and then for the little
Yes.
pamphlet, yes, I was already thinking about it, and I even made inquiries for it. We can actually give it to the students, and then in years to come, they can actually go through it and be like, okay, I did this program, and they gave me this, because I have stuff like that from secondary school. I still have them up till now. So it will be very encouraging to them. Like when you pick it up tomorrow and you go through it, it encourages you. Like, okay, we are spoken to about so thing, and yes, I can still carry it through life. So I think the pamphlet is a very, very good idea to be gifted to the students.
Okay, thank you. So which one are you choosing? You mentioned that the frame is a good idea. You also mentioned that the pamphlet is going to also stay with them. So
Okay.
which one, from your own perspective, which one do you think you should go for? Because we can only afford one.
Yeah, okay, yes. For my own perspective, I think you guys can, I don't know, maybe I'll have to ask my group, but for me personally, from my inquiries, you can actually make that pamphlet for us and then give out to the students, and then you guys make the frame for us. That's from my personal perspective. I've not asked.
Okay, are you saying that your group? Oh, sorry. Let me mute my laptop. Sorry about that. So are you saying that like your group is going to fund the leaflets, that's the printing of what we are going, and then we the organization, we go for printing the frames for the school? Let me understand clearly.
Okay, for the pamphlet you're talking about, I don't know if what I'm thinking is the same thing, because I have samples. So for my inquiries, I
Can
don't
you
think.
snap and send, or can you describe?
Okay, I went through your what's it called, your Facebook page, and I saw some affirmations there.
Okay.
That's something I want to use as,
Okay.
yes, we can just print that out, cut it out in fine
In
shape,
white and black, right?
whether white and black
Or
or color.
colored?
Yes, because I make cakes, so I normally make toppers these stickers. So that's why I know the price.
Okay.
Use them out and then share it to the students.
Okay.
Yes. So I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe you can hear from someone else from my
Okay.
state.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Organic, I also wanted to contribute. You can unmute yourself. Benedict, Daniel, Queen, Ruth, everyone, please let's contribute. I have namesakes here. Oma. Please let's contribute. What do you think? What do you think? Please let's quickly discuss this so we can go into today's class. If
Okay,
you can.
okay.
Okay, thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you very much. So, what I
Yeah.
think we should do is, I think it would be better to do that prems and give it to the school.
Good evening, everybody.
I
Good
just
evening.
remember back then in 2018 we had to attend some quiz competition and other thing in school, and we have the prems, like some prems post application or something like this, and it is there in the school up till now, and we are always remembering this. And I think we will leave a long lasting legacy if we give prems to the schools. So I suggest we give prem.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Organic, you can go ahead. After that, Benedict.
Okay, I actually like the two. They make a lot of sense, especially the pamphlet. Yes, I have pamphlets from secondary school, and it makes a lot of sense to like look back on all these things after many years. However, if we are looking at cost and everything, it's still a good idea, but it depends. At the end of the day, it depends on our budget, right? And also the other one, that frame in the school, it makes a lot of sense. However, it makes a lot of sense too, but in based on my own opinion, based on my own thoughts right now, sorry, I think I'll go with the pamphlet.
Okay, thank you. Benedict, are you there?
Good evening, everyone. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Just to do in my own suggestion. Hello. I say what I want us to do in my own
Hello.
suggestion is aside the frame and the pamphlets we'll be handing out to them. Also, I think we should do some like kind of stickers on the wall. Maybe I think 30 by 30 centimeters. Then you post them as strategic places of the school, knowing that okay, Tingres came here and this is what they did, this is what they did. Okay, and maybe inscriptions like, okay, I have dreams to follow and stuff like that. I don't know if we could do that also. And also
Okay.
on the pamphlet, there's a kind of monthly assessment in order to track down your activities and even your goals you want to achieve. And then we'll make it in a form of graph. I don't know, I can send you the a sample of it. I don't know
Yeah,
if we are
I'll be
calculating cost
expecting
and
it.
then it will be too much. I don't know. I think it's a good one.
I'll be expecting it. I'll be expecting the sample. Thank you. Is there any other person that wants to contribute to that? So right now that means we have about, okay, I can see projections. Okay, Jibril. As for me, I recommend the frame. Yes, yes, yes. Everybody has a point. I love all the suggestions, the frame, the pamphlets, everything. I love it. So now, if
Yes.
how about since we are going to quite a number of schools, should we like do frame in some schools, the pamphlets for some schools? Now, the pamphlets, you know that if we go to a school that they have a very large number, I feel like those kind of schools, a frame would be better instead of printing a like a lot of copies. Like public schools sometimes they have more than 500, 600 students. I've even been to private schools that have up to 500 students before. So that day I did not share anything because there was no way that thing is going to go around. I calculated 250. And by the time all the students started coming out, they were double my calculation. So now another thing coming to my mind now is, can we do for schools, for public schools that have large number, should we just do the frame or the suggestion that who gave that suggestion now? I think that was Benedict that he gave on doing a little some banners around the school to it just indicates that we were there, put some confessions around, maybe like 3 or 4, all those small ones. And then in schools that they are not so much, we can then go for the leaflets or the stickers. Which one? What do you think?
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Can you hear me? This is Precious from Benue State.
Yes, I can hear you. Good to hear your voice.
Okay. So sorry for coming late, but what I was going to say is from what my second briefed me about the meeting, if we want to make a flyer or a frame, I will still pick the frame though, and we can put the frame in the principal's office where the students can be seeing it, even if they graduate and new students still come, it will still be there even after years. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. But if we should give them the leaflet or be flyer, they can easily dispose it. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. Yeah, thank you. I can see projection on the okay. You can make the in 2 series if possible. Okay, okay. So yeah, thank you. So which one are we going for? Should we do the frame for schools with large numbers and then the leaflet for schools with lesser number of students? Okay, Jibril said yes. Any other person? Okay, people are not assuming again.
Okay, good evening, everybody. This is Favor. This is Favor. Speaking from
Okay.
Benue State. So, based on what I've heard so far, the idea of the pamphlet is actually nice, based on quantity. The fact that it would get to a larger group of persons. However, I noted when Precious mentioned the fact that students can easily dispose of it. If you judge based on the quantity of people that will get to access that pamphlet, it's going to be a large number. But from that large number, if you check the percentage of people that would be able to make use of it, it's going to reduce. So it's almost like a waste. But if we go with the frame, if it's possible to discuss with the school authorities, depending on the school, depending on the location of the school, if we can get them to agree with us as regards setting it up in a place where the children will see it, and that way it's not just children that see it, parents may get to see it, people walking by may get to see it, and it reaches, I know it's targeted at teens, that's fine, but this way we are reaching not just teens, but also other age groups that may need whatever is written on the frame. So that's what I have to say.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so I think we need to make a decision. We need to make a decision. Should we just go with the frame in the style, in the idea that Benedict pitched, that we should do it in small banners, different affirmations, and then place it around. So should we go with that and do that for all the schools? Or so I want you, even if you just have to unmute and say this is what I'm going for. Let's vote. We are about how many here? Let's vote. Let's see what we can come up with so that we'll just go with that, please. Let's vote. I know that Jubilee have spoken, almost everybody have spoken, but now let's vote so we can make a decision. We are still in the middle at the moment. We need to make a decision. That's why we are leaders. We need to make a decision. This is not just, I do not want to come and impose, oh, I've thought about it. Let's do it. I want us to think about it, brainstorm, and decide together. That's why I brought it here. I could have as well just decided, let's do it this way, but I don't want it to be like that because you are a stakeholder in this project and you have a say. Your ideas matters a lot. Okay, thank you. Daniel says the frame is fine. Favor already mentioned that the frame is fine. It looks like a lot of people are tilting to the frame, but I've not heard from my Kaduna woman, Miss Esther Queen. What's your thoughts? Okay, Jubri said frame for some, pamphlet for some. Okay. The person that wants to send me a pamphlet sample, I would like to see it. I would like to see it. So probably since everybody is stickers around schools for some. Okay. Okay. So let me just go ahead with today's class. So our focus for this session is okay, pamphlet and stickers. Okay. Okay, I'm getting your response now. Thank you. We the Benue people. Okay. Stickers. Okay, great. Great. Please take note of your decision though, because we might have to now do this state by state according to what the ambassadors decide. Since not everybody does not have the same decision. So those that said frame is fine, that means in your state we work towards the frame. Those that want both will work towards it. Yeah, so we'll do it that way. So everybody's your states you will do, you are the one deciding. So purpose, vision, and leadership. Purpose, vision, and leadership. These are very important topics, and you would be saying, why are we combining all? Because this is is a very wild discussion. It's a very wild discussion. So combining all, so one thing I would like to say is, as a facilitator, as an ambassador, I'm sure you have some experiences. There are certain things that made you join this project. There are some experience you had as a teenager that made you decide that, oh, you do not want to see other teenagers struggle, please that you struggle. Those are the stories you will tell. Those are the stories you will tell. And that's how it is going to be authentic. I'm going to be giving you some tips, some advice. I'll send you my slides, don't worry. But the most important thing in this is actually how you can bring it to them, how you can make it relatable to the students. It's very important. Very important. So for every session, you have to start by, you already know this, you greet them, introduce them, let them know your name, introduce yourself rather, let them know your name, let them know your name. There's something I have experienced with school outreaches, and it's quite beautiful to behold, is that they don't forget you. You see, those, you are the ones that will most likely not remember them, but they will not forget you. A lot of times I will be going out and I'll just keep hearing Auntie Faith, Faith. I will just be hearing my name and I'll be wondering, where did they know me? Sometimes they'll mention the school, I can't even remember the name of the school, because you've gone to about 70 schools, and sometimes they will mention their name, or I cannot remember, but they remember, which means that you've made an impact in their life. So please don't just go and talk. Introduce yourself. Tell them about yourself. Tell them about yourself. My name is Faith. I am this, I am that. This is what I do. This is what. The way you go for an interview and they will say, tell us about yourself. Tell the students about yourself. Oh, the slide for yesterday, apologies. I sent it to someone. Let me forward it to the group instead. Let me forward it to this group. Just that they have not changed the name. Oh, can have it. I'll send today's ones when I'm done. Okay, I've sent it to the group. So, introduce yourself to them. Let them know you. You only have a few minutes, but let them know you. Let them know who you are, what you are passionate about, what you do. What you do. This is very important because these people, they don't know you. They need to know that it is important for them to listen to you. They need to know that this is not their class teacher. This is not just a random person coming in. So package yourself. Package yourself. Sell yourself to them in such a way that by the time they hear who you are, they will want to listen to you. There's something I usually do when I'm cutting to the needle. I just tell them, do you know that I discovered my purpose at the age of 19 when I was in 300 level in the university? You see that statement, it catches their attention a lot. Some of them wonders at 19, 300 level. You're almost done with school. Eh? Oh, you went to a medical school. They don't even want to know the course. They just, all those things catches their attention. Tell them something very, very interesting about you that will make them want to listen. There are some schools that I would prefer that, okay, read my bio. So there are some schools that we go to, especially all these high profile schools. We too, we prepare ourselves like high profile because that is what we are. So you prepare yourself, you do not go shabbily. First, you dress well. We have addressed all of that yesterday. But also have a program outline. This is what you do from so time. Let it not be that you are the only one that will speak. Give other volunteers the opportunity to also talk. Let there be, even though this is just about how many minutes session, let's say in a good condition, 1 hour. Let there be somebody that is moderating. If you are two of you, while you can share the responsibility. While the person is moderating, the person introduces you. When you are done, you introduce the person. So it is not just you that is talking. When the person teaches purpose, you can come and teach vision. So, or the person is not teaching, then you come and evaluate and just check what have you learned, what was your light bulb moment from today's session. You get all of those things. So it should not just be you, one person that is talking, 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 and talking. Another thing is introduce Tingres to them. Introduce Tingres to them. Let them know that you are coming on behalf of Tingres. Let them know what Tingres is, what Tingres does. Let them know. There are some organizations that came to my school when I was still young. I can remember them. There are some organizations I came across as a teenager. I can remember their name. So let them make sure that they know you and they know where you're coming from. They know Tingres. Very important. So I have a brief form of introduction here in case you need a sample. So you can start with saying, good morning, everyone. My name is Faith. Oh, I am passionate about helping teenagers. I have been privileged to reach out to over 7,000 teenagers across 70 secondary schools in Lagos, and I've been able to help them to discover their purpose, craft their vision, and improve their academics. This is me. I'm giving you a sample. I I studied physiology in the university, Lagos State University, but I'm now working full time as a non-profit leader in Tingres Development Foundation. And Tingres Development Foundation is an organization with a core focus on igniting purpose, empowering teens, and enabling change in the community and beyond. And then I go ahead to tell them that, do you know Tingres is a combination of two words, teenagers and progress? And this means that all that we are here to do as Tingres Development Foundation is to help you to make progress in your life, in your academics, in whatever way. What we are going to teach you today is going to reflect on every aspect of your life. Then, before I begin, I would like to ask you something. Have you ever wondered why you're on earth? Have you ever wondered what you want to become in future? So yeah, allow them to raise up their hands, allow them to answer, hear their thoughts. You can even ask them, oh, what do you want to become in future? Let them also be in the class. Let it be as interactive as possible. So you go ahead and tell them, oh, today we are about to talk to you about 3 powerful words that can change your life forever. Purpose, vision, and leadership. Make sure they know this topic that you want to talk to them about. Let it ring in their head. So these are tools that can help you live your life with direction and confidence. When I'm done, I've said a lot, and you know that these people, their attention span is a lot. It's very short. So after saying all those things that I've said now, some of them, they are tired already. So the next thing I want to do is I want to interact with them, ask them. Everybody close your eyes. Imagine that this is 2030. Where will you be? What will you be doing? Who is around you? Let them think. Give them like 2 minutes. Then open your eyes. Who wants to share with us? So allow them to cast, hear their dreams. You will hear some hilarious things. You will hear some intelligent things, but at least you will know the level of the class you're teaching. You will know their thought process when you do this, and they would interact, they would laugh, it would be fun for them, right? So after you do that, then you go straight into the topic, the first topic, which is purpose. Very simple. Everything in life has a purpose, and the definition of purpose is the original intent for the creation of a thing. The original intent for the creation of a thing. So let them say it after you. I believe that you know how to do these things, but I just want to tell you what I know, so you can add it to what you know, right? Let them repeat it, give them examples that is relatable. So I usually, there's this thing. So when I'm trying to let them know that everything in life has a purpose, every single thing that you can think of, there's this thing I usually like to make example. I don't know if you are all familiar with it. When you this silicone gel that you find in a leather bag or leather shoe, leather products, they issue new ones, they come with a silicone gel, very small stuff in a white and blue like package. If you are familiar with it, please give me a thumbs up. Okay, okay. So what I do, a lot of, oh great. So now a lot of them have seen it, and now give examples that can be relatable to your audience. I don't give these examples everywhere. There are some places that I know that oh, they might not have. There are some places I know that definitely they have. So give examples. You can also go and think about examples that you want to give. So I asked them, how many of you know what this silicone gel is used for? A lot of times they don't know. A lot of times they get it, when they see it in their new things, they throw it away. Meanwhile, this silicone gel is useful. It helps to absorb heat, absorb water from the leather so the leather can last longer. But majority of people don't know this, so they dispose it. So I used that to bring it to them that everything has a purpose, even if you don't know that it has. It's every single thing. Then I go ahead, I tell everybody, look around and tell me what you can see. They tell me window, chair, table, book, chair, and then I begin to ask them what is the purpose of this chair, this table, everything. So just to bring it home to them that every single thing has a purpose. There is nothing that is outrightly useless. You think it is useless because you don't know what it is used for. But betting, if you make your research well, you will find out that that thing is very useful, right? So after bringing that home with different examples that I can find, I let them know that purpose is the original intent in the mind of the creator that motivated him to create a particular item. So let them imagine that they are a manufacturer. Let them create something in their head. Tell them is there anything you want to create? Just bring this thing home to them that they would understand clearly. And part of the things is there are principles. They about 8 principles, but I decided to just pick 3 because I know that these sessions you are not going to be given a very long period of time. And the most important thing is that you make them understand this concept. Make them understand. It's not the amount of big grammars you're able to break down. It's not the definitions. It's the understanding that we need, the understanding. So there are 3 major ones that I want us to use, and that is the 3 principles of purpose. The first is purpose precedes production. When I get to this place, in some of my audience, I tell them, we use iPhone as an example, and I tell them, what is the latest iPhone? Everybody tell me iPhone 17 this, iPhone that, and I'm like, do you know that there will be an iPhone 20? They'll say yes. They will now say, okay, what is going to be the difference between iPhone 17 and iPhone 20? I now give them that perspective that, do you know that the new feature would have been determined before they go into production? And yet too, I also tell them, how many of you do TikTok videos here? They start dancing. And then I ask them, when you want to do your TikTok video, do you just set your camera and you just start dancing anyhow? No, there's already something you want to replicate. Probably there's a trending sound and there's a trending dance step, and that is what you want to replicate. You would have done rehearsal in your room in front of your mirror so much because there's a result in mind that you want to get. So you keep doing that rehearsal, you keep practicing and practicing, so that by the time you do your video, you will do that. Sometimes you record that video multiple times until you get the desired result. You see that thing at the back of your mind, that result is the purpose. I relate it to it. So and that can even also be related to vision. And that is why we are taking these three together because they are interwoven. So another thing is plans change, but purpose is constant. Yeah, tell them your story. I believe that a lot of us, this course we studied in school, in fact, the course you want to study is not what you are studying, or the one, or you, if you have graduated, the one you studied is not what you are using to work. There's just always, and in your case might not be any of these two, but there's always something you can use to explain to them that plans change, but purpose is constant. You can even use inanimate products to explain to them that purpose is permanent. Whether you discover what your purpose is or you don't, it doesn't change. It doesn't change. The fact that you don't know your purpose in life doesn't mean you don't have a purpose. The fact that you don't live in your purpose, you don't discover it, it doesn't mean that you were created for nothing. There is nobody that is just on earth for nothing. And then the third thing is that purpose is individual. So this is where you let them affirm to themselves that you're unique. You are not a photocopy of anybody. Even if you resemble your father from head to toe, you are unique. You are not the exact same thing. Even if they call you a replica, like in Yoruba land now, they call some children Iyabo, Babatunde, meaning that their mother came back or their father came back. It doesn't mean that you are your mother. It doesn't mean that you're a father. There's something unique. There's something different about you, right? And after you help them understand these things, I have 5 simple steps that you can take them through to help them discover their purpose. And it's very simple. We have already worked on it in such a way that I've already worked on it in such a way that it's easy to understand for and it's easy to remember. The first is look up, the second is look inward, the third is look around, the fourth is look back, and the last is look further. And that look further then leads us to vision. We'll continue with vision and leadership tomorrow. So let me quickly explain um this. So I put all of this in look, and look, so that in all that you do with them in class, ensure that they can remember look up, look inward, look back, look around, look further, and they can say that, oh, look, this is what look inward means, this is what look back means, this is what look further means. I've tried my best to bring this in such a way that they'll remember. So this also now tells on your own ability and your strength as a teacher, as a public speaker, to bring it to them in such a way that they will not forget. So first is look up. And look up is a very simple thing. Ask your creator. Every product was made by a manufacturer. Every product, every person, regardless of what you believe, regardless of your ethnic group, your religion, whatever, everyone who has a everyone has a particular creator, whosoever they believe their creator is. We have a creator. Whatever products you see, they did not just appear. They did not just appear. There's a creator, right? So let them tell them to do what? Look up to their creator. The creator of a product is the best person to tell you what that product is made for. That is why a lot of times when we don't read the manual of products, we don't get to understand what it is used for and how it can be used. So tell them, look up, which means that ask your creator. The best person to reveal the purpose of a product is the one who made it. If God created you, then He's the best place to start. He's the best person to tell you that this is why I have created you, and He can tell you in any way. Then you move to the next step, which is look inward. Everything you need to fulfill your purpose is inside of you. So this is where you begin to talk to them about their talents, their potentials, their skills, their values, their interests, right? Because for every product, the ability to function is already in the product. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. If you're following and you understand, please let me see an emoji. Let me see your reaction. Don't worry, I will soon be done. Thank you. Thank you. Great, great. All right. So for every product, the ability to function is already inside that product. And it is the same for us as human beings. The ability for you to become who you are meant to be is already inside of you. You already have that potential in you. You just need to pay more attention to it. You just need to develop it, but it is there. It is there. That thing is there. So this is now where you ask them questions. I will send you the reflection paper for you so that you can print. So in the reflection paper, you have write out the things you love doing, the people you love to help, the things you can do naturally. So you let them know there are certain things that you know how to do, not because anybody taught you, but because it just comes natural to you. Let them write it. Let them reflect. Let them reflect. There's a thing that writing does for you. A lot of them usually have this opinion of is in my head. But I usually let them know that is in your head. Oh yeah, write it. When you don't ask them to write it, you see that thing that they said is in their head, they will not find it. You these teenagers, they will, if you tell them to write, they will say no, it's in my head. Oh yeah, oh, write what is in your head. They will now start, they will start thinking, hey, what did I love? They cannot figure it out. But they thought they know, they don't know. So look inward is a place where you spend your time there. Let them try as much as possible to let them discover their potentials, the things that they love to do, the people their talents, because these are their these are the ability that they have that would help them to really decide what they want to do. Another thing is look around. Look around. Look around now says, take a look at your environment. This is another place for them to take reflection questions. What are the issues in your community that you are concerned about? So in this case, most time I just pick and say, you come, you come, you come. Pick few of them, bring them out, and then just shock them with the question. What is one question in your community you are naturally concerned about? Some of them will say, oh, teenage pregnancy. Another person will say, bad road. Another person will say Tinubu, and they would give you all sorts of answers. And that is where you now allow them to now think that everybody has different concerns. I think it's your network. Can every other person see my slide? Probably it's
Yes,
your network.
yes,
Because
yes,
I'm
I
on
see.
another device and I can see. Okay, okay, thank you. Okay, probably you can refresh. Okay, so this is where you allow them know that don't say I want to become a doctor because my friend wants to become a doctor, or I want to become a lawyer because my friend wants to become a lawyer, because the issues that you are concerned about, they are different. They are different, right? So you help them understand that. Look around you. What is that thing what is that problem that pains you a lot? That you can even ask them this way and say, if we give you if I give you 10 million naira now, which problem are you going to solve in Nigeria? You will see that all of them, they have different problems they want to solve. And that is how you let them know that that thing, encourage them to build on that thing. Because that thing is a pointer. By the time, assuming it's a mentorship program, I told you that we usually do mentorship programs that we stay with them for 6 weeks. If this is a mentorship program, you see this place and this look around and look inward, we stay there because it's a game changer. You would help them to now discover, okay, this is the problem you want to solve. Then we will now go back to look inward, and you will be surprised to see that that problem, they already have the ability to start solving it, even though they are still teenagers. They already have the ability, they already have some natural instincts, they already have some natural abilities to actually start solving those problems. Do you get? So prepare very, very, you are going to teach them. You have short time to deliver a very important message. Another thing to check here is, what solution do you often think about? So it's still connected to the same question that is in this look around. So this look around is just to help you to allow them to observe their community, allow them to observe so that they can see that there's a problem, you are pained about it, then solve it. Then start solving it. You don't need to have all the money in this life to start solving it. Start where you are, start solving it. And you will see what I put there. This is a good place to identify mentors, role models, people who now look like your future. So this is the place to also identify who is somebody that is currently solving the problem that you want to solve. That's your role model. Do you get? So this is the, like, I saw some people mentioning some things about biography, I think in a group. So this is the place where you now talk about certain leaders that you want to show to them. Yeah, let me be fast. Another one is look back. Look back now talks about taking a stock of their past. Some of them cannot figure out their past right now. They are still young because you have some younger ages, but just give them that knowledge because they will need it. Their background, let them observe their background, things that people have constantly say about them. You can just ask somebody to stand up and ask the person that, oh, what is the most beautiful compliment you have received? Right? Or what do you like? What kind of comments do you like people to say about you? Should you get? So that's why I said this is more like a very interactive session. The next thing is look further. I love this look further so much because this is where it now connects their purpose to their vision. So look further simply means look into your future. Look into your future. So this is where I asked them, now what do you want to be remembered for? This is where you go back to the icebreaker that they did earlier to say, you will remember when you asked them that close your eyes for 10 seconds and imagine the year 2030. That imagination is visioning. That imagination is visioning. So that is this, look for that, this last one is where you now ask them to write out what you want your future to look like, what you want to be remembered for, right? What kind of legacy do you want to leave? What kind of life do you want to live? You just want to have money and just enjoy you and your family, or do you want to solve some problems in the world? Do you want to become the president? This is where you allow them to dream and think big, right? In alignment with all of the things that you have already taught them earlier. So when you do that, that directly leads you to vision. There's a quote here about Ellen Keller that says, the only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision. Now, Ellen Keller is a blind author, and she was asked, and she said that the only thing that is worse than being blind is when you can see. You have eyes. Let me put it that you have eyes, but you can't see. You have eyes, but you can't see. You can't. It is worse that the only thing you can see now is the only thing that is around you. So vision is a picture of your future. And that picture has to be very clear in your mind. It has to, even if it's not as clear, it has to be there. There has to be a picture. So, and that is why ask them. You hear some hilarious things. You try to help them shape their mindset when you hear things that are not very correct. Some students, they don't think big. Some of them, the only thing they just want to do is, I heard somebody that I respect a lot, Aramide, mentioned that when she was in Ota, and she asked the student that what do they want to become in future. She started hearing things like, I want to become a organizer. I want to become an Okada rider. Like things that are very hilarious. You will not imagine it. But that's what they want because that's what they see in their environment. They think that is all to life. Now Aramide now took them in. She took them now. She's running a full-blown free school, like high standard free school in Otaye that gives them 12 years of free education. What bettered that vision was the moment when she went to the village. I think she went to serve or she went to do teach for Nigeria, and that was it. These students, they wanted to become organizers. So yeah, and when they even tell me that I want to become an hairdresser, seriously, I did not say no personally, because all of us cannot become doctors. We are not going to the schools to impose future ambitions on them. You are going there to let them know that whatever you want to become, let's do it big. Do it very big. Don't think small. Think big. Let your vision be big. And vision gives them direction. It's simple. Vision is where you are going to. So if you know where you are going to, it gives you direction. It helps you to focus. It gives you motivation. It gingers you. It keeps you awake. It gives you energy. Even if you fail, when you remember where you are going to, you just keep going. If you cry, you clean your face, wash your face, rest, and you start again because there is a future in mind. So we need to make sure that they have that future in mind. For mentorship classes, which we might do next year, we might just pick 1 or 2 schools each state and now do like proper mentorship. For mentorship classes, what we do is I go to the schools with cardboards, pictures, markers, and you now tell them, draw your future. After you have explained what vision is to them, now let them represent it. Some of them would need to represent it with maybe their role model. I've already come with all sort of pictures and we gum it. So we build something like a vision board. And then let me send you pictures. We build something like a vision board and then they take it along. And it's so heartwarming when I went back to some schools and then the students were telling me that, oh, they still have their vision board and they look at it every day. It encourages them. One girl was like, oh, that a vision board was one of the things that helped her. So then she was in GSS 3. That it was a vision board was one of the things that helped her to choose the department that she is currently. So when you go back to those schools and you hear feedbacks, you will be amazed. You'll be amazed. You'll be amazed. So vision is like a map that helps them to put direction into their life. So tomorrow I'm going to build more on this vision and talk about leadership. But before tomorrow, so the leadership that we are teaching them is self-leadership, which can also be known as discipline. Because no matter the vision you have, the purpose you have, if you do not have that self-leadership, if you do not have that discipline, you cannot achieve anything. So this is where you help them to understand that you have big dreams. It's beautiful. You can do it. Affirm them, but let them know that they need to put in the work. Let them know that it is not automatic. It is not just by visioning. It is not just by purpose. It is not just by shouting and coming to school every day to come and say, this is me, this is me, this is what I want to become in the future. And that. Let them have that knowledge of discipline. Let them have that knowledge of discipline, self-leadership, the ability to lead their self, the ability to take charge of their own decision. So I know that. So one thing is a month, after a month, I would be changing this for you. So this month of September, this is what we are going to be using for your teaching guide. I would add the rest tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll talk about vision leadership, and then I would make some final decisions together. And so for those that are expecting funds, please expect it. I will send it to you before morning. Before morning, my account has limits. So I'll send those that I already told I will send funds. Those that are going out tomorrow. You get it before daybreak, please. So we'll make some lasting decision tomorrow, and then I also like to hear from you tomorrow how your volunteer group is going, and all. So I can find one picture here. So let me just send that to you so you can see. So for this one now, for the picture I sent you now, they envisioned. So for GSS 3, they envisioned their junior WAEC results, while SS3 envisioned their senior WAEC results. That's like their short-term vision, right? And then the pictures represent their long-term vision. So some of them, you see that somebody has arts, some people have engineering, just picture a representation of what they want to become in future for them to keep. And so, yeah, questions and answers. Do you have questions? What did you learn? Did you understand? I'll rate my teaching session. Let's talk in the next 3 minutes so we can round up. Let me hear your feedback. I love to get feedback a lot. So let me hear your feedback. Thank you. Okay, you can raise up, you can unmute yourself. Impact Spring. Who is that person?
Sorry, yeah, my name is Tosin Tulaluju and State Coordinator for Kogi State. I didn't realize
Okay.
I joined with my organization name. So I want to say a very big thank you to you for this insightful session. I just want to encourage, like basically appreciate all the time that you took to explain each slide. Having this conversation with young teenagers is one that's not so common, and well done. I attended yesterday's session as well, and today just as insightful as always. In fact, more insightful. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate your encouragement and comments. If you can see me now, I'm blushing. Thank you. So let me, is there anyone that has questions? Or is there, even if it's not about this session, something that you need clarification on regarding the project? Please, this is a good time to ask. It's 9:40 already. It's a good time to ask comments, questions, or goodbye. Which one? Say anyone that you want to say. If it's a goodbye, so end the session. Hey, my mommy is sleeping. My Kaduna champion. Don't be sleepy. You are done. You are done. Don't be sleepy. Doesn't mean my class is boring. Goodbye. See you tomorrow. All right, that's fine. Thank you for tonight. Thank you for being so patient. I believe that you've learned something. I will send the slide to the group now, so I don't forget. Thank you very much. Have a good night rest, and we see you tomorrow. God bless you. People have chased me away. I will be going. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.